Hi guys, this is Paula from Vanna's Crafty Designs, and I've got my Saturday stash, D-stash together. I went into another box. I told you I had several places, and we've pulled out 7 canvases, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at these. They are from Temu, and we're going to decide whether I stash or D-stash. Well, maybe I'm going to decide. If I D-stash, they will be on my Facebook page, Vanna's Crafty Designs, and you can go there in the comments. When you see the post, you can go there, and if there's any of these you're interested in, you can see the size and the price and the title, and contact me on Messenger, and I will find out what they cost on shipping. My post office is just around the corner from me, and then I will let you know, and you can decide whether you would like them or not. If you do not want them afterwards, please, you do not have to take them. This is just something I thought that you might be interested in. I do not know if these are available on Temu at this time, and I'm looking at a few here I pulled out that may have actually been on Amazon. So if I remember that, I will let you know. All right, let's see what we got here. These have a different type of bag, but we still have all the great stuff in them that we always have. These bags actually are not nicer. They're thicker. They don't rip as easy. Like this little zip thing on the end. All right, let's see what we got. This looks like it's a 30 by 30. And let me see if I can find my scraper thing. Here it is. Here it is. It looks like it's probably supposed to be a landscape. You guys seeing that? Like it should be a landscape. It's not very big. 30 by 30. It's got 20 colors. Oh boy, this one's still good and sticky. You see some trees here. I'm looking at this correctly. This is like a little cabin, and there's a bridge right in here. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's what that's supposed to be, the little cabin with the doors. The problem with landscapes being so small, they tend not to turn out very clearly. But they do real good from a distance. But anyway, it's a landscape. It is marked. It is in a train. And it is, our drills are in a train, and they are round. Hopefully you can see those. Try my best to stay out of the glare. I don't care where you're at. Plastic gives you glare. It just happens. It just happens. All right. And we have our handy dandy. This is the tools that you need, and all the tools you need to diamond paint. You don't need much more than this. You have a tray, a thing of wax, and a wand, or a pin as I call it. It's all that you really need. But these are the handy dandies. These are the ones that you usually see. All right, let's move on to another one. Let's see what else we've got. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one was an Amazon bundle. Sometimes you could buy, I don't know if you still can, but you could buy a bulk amount of canvases, like 6 to 10 to 12 from Amazon. They had a little, well, if I can get it out, they had a certain amount for a certain price, and they still may. I haven't looked in a while. This one I got from there. And there's the handy dandy. As usual. Looks like this one has some wording and some flowers. I do believe it is sunflowers. How about that? Yes, Paula's getting rid of one with sunflowers. Or maybe I'm not. Because y'all know how I am about sunflowers, right? Right. But this one has sunflowers. Has a thicker canvas, but it is not, it is poured glue. It's not double-sided adhesive. I can tell that. All right, I'm gonna pull on this side. It looks like there's some wording. It says, maybe it says, let's see. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. That's what it is. All right, I'm not doing too good with this cover, am I? All right, here it is. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. And there is that one. Like I said, this one came from Amazon. Here are the colors, and they are marked. It's a 30 by 40, and it runs horizontally instead of vertically. And it's a round, and here are the drills. Got some pretty colors in it. You see any of those? Okay. Move on to our next one. And this is also, and the reason I remember this is I remember that the ones I got from Amazon had words on them. Oops. Oh, the handy dandy here. Here's our handy dandy. And that's how I remember I got these from Amazon, because, yeah, they have wording. Boy, these are not, this little lip here makes these harder to get out. But it's a thicker cover and a thicker bag. So anyway, let's just cause me trouble, shall we? There we go, there we go. All right. These look like little I don't know. I don't know what you would call those. They could be many things. Little flowers. I was going to say pansies, but I don't know. It looks like that might be a little bird. Again, these are 30 by 40s horizontally, meaning they go across this way with the 30 by 40, not up and down, which is vertically. This one has 28 colors. The last one had 24. I think I forgot to tell you that. Looks like the drill fill on these is very clear. You can see very well. And I just made a mess of that. I'm having a time with this today, aren't I? All right, there we go. And I think this one says live for today. There's that one. That's pretty, isn't it? And here's the color palette. A lot of oranges. There's some blue. Let's see if I can turn it this way. Browns and greens. There are no special drills in these, which you always could add special drills, but there's not. Okay. Dropping our handy dandies. Here's the handy dandy. Keep dropping them out. All right, this is another one from Amazon. Like I said, I know because they had words on them. Yes, they did. a while since I bought these. I think I got these at, oh gosh, probably back in the beginning in 2021 when I started collecting diamond art. Flip over. There we go. This one has a total of 30 colors. Very pretty colors, bright colors. And let's see, this one says, what does it say? Can we tell through this better? There will be, I can't tell. Every day, us every day, they, I'm not sure what it says. Isn't that something? I can't tell. All right. And it's hard to tell unless you fill it in. But you can see the pretty roses and the butterflies. Very pretty canvas. Look at the colors. You know, if you do get something and say you don't want wording on it, and these are rounds and they are marked, you can go through and, you know, change this T to blend in maybe with the 6s, or if you've got extra colors, that is. You can work with that too. Some people don't like the wording. I don't mind as long as I can read it. But at this point, since these are all similar, this looks like this is white wording with a cream background. I can't hardly tell what it says. Anyway, so here's this one, 30 by 40. This was another one that came from, I'm not sure. No, I think this one came from Amazon also. Okay, here is the handy dandy. Yes, I think I purchased it on Amazon. I don't know if this is any easier to get these things out of this or not. I don't want to go over that little lip there, that zip lip. Okay. Finally. This is just a pretty flower in purple jars. How pretty. Mason jars, the teal colors, the purple. I don't really know that these are sunflowers per se. They may be daisies. I don't know. An abstract there. But they're very beautiful. And it is a 30 by 40, but this is a 30 by 40 vertical. So as you can see, it's more of a vertical instead of a horizontal. And it has 22 colors. And our colors are here. They're on a train. Actually, it's separated into two different little bag areas. But they're on a tray. They are marked. And look at those colors. Purples, aqua, light aqua. Beautiful. I like those colors. And then you got, flip it this way. Well, how about that? You can see the beiges and the browns. And this has some purple and gray. I hope you all can see this. I know that there's a glare. Okay. We have two more. Now this one came from Temu. And the reason I know is because I got to purchasing, and I have one of these, and I finished it, but apparently I bought another one. I liked it that well. It is a pretty canvas. It turns out very beautiful. It is from Temu. She is just gorgeous. She has this wine red color, beautiful red lips. Her complexion as well, you know, even her eyes turn out really good. And so, I guess when I was purchasing, I seen it and I liked the image so well, I bought another one. So, you know, that can happen. That can happen. I have done that before, many times. But she is very pretty. Yes, it was a dark background, but you know, it wasn't too bad. The image is not bad. You know, you can see these things real well, and there's less color blocking in the back here than you think. There's really more colors in here. She is creased right there. Would be something you might have to iron. But she has 20 colors. Beautiful, beautiful lady, 30 by 40. Beautiful image. Oh, and here is the handy dandy, which is in the bag. And the only thing is, it does come in these little baby bags, which for the most part aren't our favorite to kit up, but you know, it's okay. It looks like here, she's even got an extra Ziploc. And that 939 is more of the background color. So, okay. We're down to one more. One more. This one was also a Temu buy. Purchased it through Temu. And it's just a 30 by 30. And it's a little big-eyed cat. Isn't he cute? I think he's adorable. I think he's adorable. He's got big blue eyes, little white cat. Kind of reminds you of a Siamese, maybe, somewhat. But he's cute. And I thought he was cute. And like I've said before, when I purchased a lot of these things, not always were they for me to do. I wanted to share them with others, and I used to do a lot of art therapy classes, and I may one day do it again, but you know, they would choose which ones they liked and worked on, like to work on. It does have a crease down through here. Something's gonna have to be ironed. Okay, this is a 30 by 30. It has 18 colors. Looks like they're in a mixture of little baggies and a big bag here. And like the other, it has the handy dandy in with it. They're baby bags and bigger bags. Not the easiest to kit up, but they can be done. It can be done. All right. All right, we are at the point now that we're going to decide what we're going to de-stash and what we're going to keep. All right, let's see. I'm going to de-stash this one. It's going to be available. I don't know that I would ever do it, but I'm sure someone would love the little kitty cat with the big blue eyes. I'm going to de-stash the lady here because I already have one. So, she is gorgeous, really. She's gorgeous done, Victorian lady. So we'll have her in the de-stash. I do think I'm going to keep this one, though, because I like the purples. I just love these. These are, right here, my favorite colors, other than if this was a sunflower, it'd even be better. But they're not. So, I am going to keep the purple vase, mason jars, whatever. This one here, we will de-stash it. And it's got a lot of beautiful colors too, and beautiful words. And so, yeah, we'll put that one on de-stash. I've got this one here with, looks like hummingbirds to me. Hummingbirds and pansies. It says, live for today. I can read that one, and that one looks really good. Okay, we have this one that says, in a world where you can't be, I'm sorry, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. It has the sunflowers, and I probably am going to keep this one. Y'all know it's hard for me to get rid of sunflowers. It's hard. It's really hard. And the first one we looked at was a little 30 by 30 landscape. It's the cottage and the bridge, and it's kind of in the grays and the blues. It's kind of a muted, reminds me of basically maybe a winter day, you know, in a landscape. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will be in the D stash on Vanna's Crafty Designs on Facebook, and 2 I will keep in my stash. All right, well, I hope you guys are having a really good day. Appreciate you so much for liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting. My little channel is moving forward. We're at about 311, and I'm just hoping to get to that 500 mark, and just glad you guys were with me. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and until next time, be safe, be happy, be blessed, and remember, like, subscribe, and share, comment, and I'll do my best to comment back as soon as I can. Have a good one. See ya.